All right, guys, I'm Michael Long for TravelCostaRicaNow.com. We're at the last day of our relocation retreat. We're talking to people to see how they liked it. But you know what? Just real quick, if Costa Rica's on your radar, think you might want to live here, but you're not quite sure, this relocation retreat might just be for you. We have another one coming up. All that is in the description, a link is in the description below. There's no blowing smoke here. We're not trying to sell you anything. By the end of this retreat, you should absolutely know whether Costa Rica is right for you. It's, honey, we're going to Belize. Now, my first question to you is, why did you make me put $50 in your bank account to do this?
Yeah, and I had to go on TripAdvisor.
Yeah, right. Larry, thanks for talking to us real quick. So Larry was a participant. We're going to talk to him. So where are you from?
I'm from the Houston area, Houston, Texas area.
Okay, so how did even, forget the retreat just for 1 second, how did Costa Rica even get on your radar?
We came down here before, back in November, and we've kind of been looking at different countries to relocate to, kind of a change of, getting off the rat race, looking for a different.
Were you looking at other countries as well, still?
Yeah, well, right now,
we're narrowing it down?
Yeah, we're pretty much sold on Costa Rica now.
Okay.
But we've been to Merida, we've been to Panama, Dominican Republic.
What are just some of the, not the retreat, but what are some of the draws that's kind of leaning you toward a Costa Rican life here or living here?
Yeah, the biggest thing is our children. We have a 16-year-old and a 12-year-old. So we were looking at a transition that wouldn't be as dramatic for them. And also the international schools they have here are really good. So
okay,
yeah.
So I'll ask that question last. So first of all, how you like the hotel?
Oh, it's really nice.
It's nice.
Really nice. Yeah. Yeah, right. And we're in the rainy season, but it's only rained hard like one night.
And it's usually at night. The days have been pretty
have been
nice.
Really nice. Been out on the beach. And
how's your room?
Very nice. Very nice. Really comfortable. AC works.
I feel we should give us a shout out because your kids are actually here.
Yeah.
Agatha and Ian, we should say hi to them. Hey, Agatha and Ian. How about the food?
The food was really good.
I know.
Yeah, I was really impressed.
If you would have said you didn't like it, this video would be over because the last two retreats, I'm like, man, the food's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Actually better than good.
Yeah.
So do you feel like your this retreat was, okay, I guess the biggest question is worth it. Is it worth your time and your money? Or did you, maybe you knew most of this, maybe you got, maybe it was enough to we substantiated maybe some of the things you already had concerns on, or maybe some of the positives were substantiated, or you didn't know some of the things. How beneficial was it to you personally?
It was really good, because you can watch videos or read, online and such, and you get kind of a general idea, like those old connect the dots thing. You have some lines, but being here and being able to hear people's firsthand experiences and ask personal questions really helps you connect all those dots and see if this is, what you really want to do.
So you felt like it was kind of worth that. I always used to I try to convey to people that, let's say you actually knew most of the stuff we talked about. Like you're like, I kind of knew that. But I'm telling you, I'd say, I don't care if let's say the seminar, everything was $5,000. I would say it's worth the contacts because all these people, transparent, honest. And when you do move here and you go, even to me, Michael, I was wondering, do you have a good immigration lawyer? Do you have a real estate lawyer? You like, well, that's why you do immigration, right?
In the States.
Yeah, in the States. So, but who's the construction guy I should use? Should I do this? Should I do that? I mean, those contacts get you on the right path instead of totally getting you on the wrong path, which can happen really easy here. So to me, the contacts are just almost worth the price in a sense to me.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and then when you're here in person, he can tell you all the stories that he won't put on his videos.
I know, right? Come on, dude. I do the jokes. You forgot. Did you do any of the excursions?
Yeah, I did.
Did you do some excursions here? Like you do have some free time to, there's a zip line. I think the crocodiles, you've been doing all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we did the zip line. We rode the crocodiles.
You didn't get hurt? You didn't get hurt on it?
No.
Now, do you have any, is there something that you're like, man, I think you guys could do this to make it a little better? Maybe a little correct. I don't mind corrective feedback. What I don't really like is people whining and complaining, but corrective feedback is nice, and then we can change something if it's kind of lacking. Is there something that you're like, you might want to relook at that? And I don't know.
No, not really. I mean, we had the guy talking about residency, the attorney talking about residency, the other attorney talking about businesses, corporations, and the guy talking about cars. Yeah. So, I mean, there wasn't really a whole lot left out.
No, but even in like maybe the hotel, maybe the like if you didn't like the food, you go, well, I don't know, maybe I'm just making stuff up. Oh, I'm a vegan. I didn't feel like I had the options, or any little feedback you have is always beneficial. And again, if you're too nice, Larry, everyone's going to think we bought and paid for this testimonial.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like you said. This might not be the thing to do if you have no idea about Costa Rica or you have no idea about living in another country, because this is a little bit more intensive, and you kind of have to know what you're looking for, what information you're looking for when you get here. Not saying that it wouldn't be helpful to anybody, but it really helps if you have, hey, what are we going to do about cars? What are we going to do about insurance?
Right. Just out of curiosity, do you have a longer term plan? Let's say Costa Rica, like, yes, we're sold. Would you be down here in a year, 5 years? Did you even have a plan, or were you just still checking stuff out? Or?
No, our time frame is probably within the next 2 to 5, 6 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. We're going next week. We're going to San Jose and checking out some of the schools and all that.
Oh, so you would be more apt to go more around the Central Valley area?
Yeah, just because the kids being 16 and 12, I think that would just be the best fit for them. It would be the easiest transition for them in the culture.
Well, there's a lot of good options for there. I mean, it's the best climate for one. For the most part, you got to all the best hospitals there, and probably the schools. There's probably going to be a little bit better selection, whether you go private or public.
Getting out of the heat, I mean, it was warm here, but
it's been humid.
But I can guarantee you, it's hotter back where I'm from in Houston.
So, would you advise people maybe questioning whether Costa Rica is right for them? Would they get enough information here to make the decision if Costa Rica is right for them with this retreat?
Yeah. Well,
this is where you say yes, Michael. This is the only thing you had to remember, Larry. Jesus. No, go ahead.
You should always do your homework, and it doesn't hurt to have a few other options that you're looking at. Right. But yeah, I mean, if you're thinking that, I really want to try a different place to live, another culture, then this is really going to help you narrow that down. But you have to, like they repeat over and over again, which is the kind of honesty that I appreciate, is you got to adjust your expectations to meet that reality that you're going to find when you get there.
So true. That's very true. After 18 years, I can say you are very correct. Well, you've traveled around a lot too, though, right?
Yeah, I've traveled in Latin America and such. So yeah, I've lived in a few different countries, or not long term, but for 6 months, a year or so here and there.
Well, Larry, if you guys end up picking Costa Rica, we might have to do a follow-up video in a year or two, see how it all went.
Yeah.
And that's when you'll say, if it wasn't for that retreat, I wouldn't have known these things, and I wouldn't have made it here like I'm making it. Anyway, Larry, thank you so much. I totally appreciate it. Hey, guys, I'm Michael Allen for TravelCostaRicaNow.com. Peace, guys. Hope it helps. Hey, things are going to pop up. If you're thinking about living or traveling anywhere, and especially in Costa Rica, always do your homework and research. And if it is Costa Rica, I'm going to put our videos up against anybody.